13 rebounds a game one season. Got a lot of seasons like that, actually. What's the key to controlling the glass the right way?
You know what? It's just two things: desire and effort. You can go with the techniques of boxing out. You can go with the techniques of face guarding. You can communicate. You can do a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, a lot of times it's who just wants that ball more.
I love that. Desire and effort. That's a good answer. The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3, the small forward. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the pick-and-roll tandem of Damian Lillard and Jusuf Nurkic, one of the most unstoppable in our league.
Yeah, Nurkic as a role man, not only a scorer, but also a capable passer, too. He had the second most assists on the team last season. He and Lillard have mastered the nuances of the pick-and-roll game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19. And Caldwell Pope is a guy you cannot leave open at any time. He just a very good shooter from any spot on the floor.
McCollum outside. In the corner, Collins with it. 6 to shoot. Outside Anthony. Over Caldwell Pope. Kicks it out to McCollum. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer.
With the quick, accurate release, McCollum thrives on catch-and-shoot opportunities.
And so Green will bring it up for the Lakers. Passes it to James. Goes up to the stripe. Count that bucket.
All James needs is just a little room. You got to go over the pick every time, or else he's probably going to burn it.
Lillard dishes to McCollum, and here's Anthony from the arc. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Terry Stotts for a minute. Coach knows that the Lakers have had an advantage over him this season, beating them twice in their 3 meetings. He said that dealing with LeBron is still asking the impossible, but we'll try something different. He said we might see as many as 3 or 4 different defenders taking their turns on LeBron to give him different looks. Well, lots of teams have tried that over the years. We'll see if they can make it work, guys.
All right, David, thanks.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, Kev, I mean, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
LeBron against Collins. That one falls.
Gotta admire the focus. James not allowing the D to get the better of him.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And reportedly, LeBron James spends over $1 million a year just on training and maintaining his body.
Well, money well spent. I mean, for his age, the most minutes played in NBA history, he's doing everything possible to extend his prime.
Down it goes, his 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4. Trailblazers trail by 4. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. McCollum against Green. Lillard from outside. And the Trailblazers, another 3.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going in.
Here's LeBron. Great D that time from Nurkic. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. LeBron with the block.
James is just a sensational shot blocker. You better check your rear view mirror. He's relentless.
Pass to Green. Nurkic with the block. Here's Anthony. And the rejection by James. And it's out of bounds as the Portland Trailblazers retain possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Danny Green. Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Zach Collins. On defense, the Lakers. Anthony finds Whiteside. Here's Lillard. There's the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists in the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. James looking it over. Kuzma outside. LeBron passes to Davis. Over Anthony. That one wide left.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
No basket with that shot. Having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
Portland's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. Now Whiteside. He's coming off a 16-point game against Memphis.
It was his rebound that stood out even more to me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
Just 4 to shoot. Anthony missing again.
Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Raiders for 3. Little with the rebound. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Rockets. And Lillard throws it down.
Respect the leaping ability of Lillard, or you'll get dunked on.
Lillard against LeBron. From deep three-point range, and no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. Guys, what stands out from the Blazers so far?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
But just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
They've got Howard. Kyle Kuzma is out there with J.R. Smith. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Caruso in at the point. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Kuzma after Nasir Little's bucket. Kuzma left side. Back to Smith. Over Little. And that one hits back iron. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Trent. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. See, well, we've heard some people criticize the league's obsession with the three-pointer, saying the game is less fun to watch. You and I have talked to coaches who do not like the style of play. Would you agree with that?
You know what, I do, Kev, but it's all in the way that it happens. So let's talk about a team like Golden State, okay? Golden State shoots so many threes, right? But they don't shoot the most threes, and they have the best ball movement. And they still take the most number of twos. And so they have a balanced game. Now, they have 3 of the best shooters last season out of any team maybe in the history of the game. And they don't take the most threes, but then you have teams that have every guy shooting under 30%, and they're shooting 100 threes with no ball movement. Yeah, something's backwards. It's still about playing basketball and shooting threes, not shooting threes during a game that happens to be a basketball game, if that makes any sense.
It does. Perfect sense. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Kuzma. And the pass to Caruso. Smith outside. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
One side.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
Yeah, the Blazers boasting one of the game's elite backcourts in Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum. I mean, other than the Splash Brothers, these two have the most points and three-pointers of any duo over the last handful of seasons.
Danny Green, he's checked in for the Lakers. And a switch here also for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Whiteside. Here's Caruso. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Smith, no luck. And the Blazers used to stagger Lillard and McCollum's minutes. Chris, now they've embraced these two playing together more often.
Yeah, and they should, Kevin. I mean, they're both standing about 6'3", so defensively they give up a little height. But on the offensive end, the firepower that they bring to bear is something to watch.
Here's Simons following the bucket by the Lakers. Passes it to Hazania. There's the triple. The Trailblazers rebound. Pass to Simons. Pass to Trent. From the arc. He can't get that one, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Green passes to Morris. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. The pass to Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup. Nurkic has got his first basket.
Well, I love Nurkic's shot selection. I mean, outstanding at getting to his spots and converting.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Smith in the post. He's guarded by Collins. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Some changes for the Lakers. Davis is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Caldwell Pope comes in for Green, and James subbed in for Alex Caruso. So he gets them both.
Now, we know this guy Smith is one of the most fearless shooters in the game. I don't know if he's ever seen a shot he didn't like.
McCollum outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful. Here's Lillard following the basket by Anthony Davis. Lillard misses.
Oh, just incredible, that spin. Shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Lakers trail by 3. Pass to LeBron. Over Lillard. Smith trying to break loose. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got 5 rebounds tonight. There's 42 seconds left in the first half. Anthony in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got 4 assists in the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Morris looking over the floor. Caldwell Pope outside. Back to James. And they double up LeBron. Davis has the open look and count it from 19 feet away. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Bron always cognizant of everyone around him.
Lillard way outside. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Trailblazers lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half, what will you tell your team?
We just got to compete. Keep competing, trust each other, and make plays.
All right, Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 13 points and 2 rebounds. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Lakers?
Aggressive. I called them up earlier. I like it. They're taking it hard to the rack, dictating the pace, setting the physical tone. You're not going to get that by launching threes all night. Everybody knows that.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. Now here's McCollum. Three-pointer, Lillard. The offensive rebound. Yep, that one goes. Nurkic has got the first basket of the third quarter for the Trailblazers.
And good luck trying to keep Nurkic off the glass. I mean, using his brute strength well on the offensive boards.
McGee dishes to LeBron. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And Davis throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here's Lillard. 13 points in the game. McCollum, no good.
And the Blazers, one of the best offenses in the league. I mean, their guards can make most any shot. And they've got some glass eaters to chase down any misses.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas. David, thank you.
Yeah, and the blinding quickness right there on display for McCollum. He excels at leaking out and capitalizing in the open floor.
Here's LeBron, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. And the Blazers rely on their guards in McCollum and Lillard to generate, Chris, a lot of their offense.
You're sometimes right, Kevin, and it can even be to a fault at times. I mean, they need more offense from their front court. Guys who can pound the ball inside and generate some easy offense around the rim.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Danny Green. Free throw, no good for LeBron. As with every position creating offense now, which big men do the best job of scoring off the bounce?
That's a good question. LaMarcus Aldridge in San Antonio, Coach Pop has given him the freedom. And Joel Embiid, we sleep on him because he's 7 foot, but when he faces up in the post, he doesn't usually give you his back. He faces up, triple threat, gives you a jab step or counter in and out, and gives you something nice. I mean, his ball handling ability is great for a 7-footer, and I like Embiid.
Here's James after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Kuzma. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Kuzma's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's one of the top guys when it comes to those catch-and-shoot jumpers. Kuzma, he loves getting those shots off in a split second.
Stolen by Waiters. And here we go with Waiters running it up the court. And there it is for him. And now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And here is Hezonja. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Doesn't go for him.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, true, but we'll see if they can keep forging ahead. For now, you got to give them credit for coming back.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, they have to regroup and revisit their strategy at the defensive end.
Caruso, he's checked in for LeBron. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Whiteside's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic, and it's Little in for Hezonja. McCollum outside. Over Waiters. Buries the jump shot. That's 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
And 6 straight playoff appearances for the Blazers under Terry Stotts. Last season making the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, GA, and he was rewarded with a multi-year contract extension. He's done a great job developing their young players while also having them compete at a high level.
Here's Waiters following the basket by C.J. McCollum. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Simons. From 13 feet, it goes down. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Here's Davis. It's not going to go for him. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Trent. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And a moment now to see the numbers for McCollum. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 7th in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Now here's Davis. 12 points for him. Now here's Kuzma. Shot clock at 5. Howard trying to free himself up. Kuzma can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Trent. He's guarded by Waiters. Here's Trent. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And again, it's Portland converting. Lakers trail by 6. Waiters outside to stop the drought. Little with the rebound. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. McCollum, no good. 15 seconds left to play here in the third. Caruso, the pass to Davis. And the shot goes in. Davis has got 6 in the quarter.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Portland out in front, up 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Three tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Smith. JaVale McGee is out there with Markieff Morris. Then it's Green, and it's Caruso in at the point guard. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Green kicks to Morris. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
And here is Los Angeles now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. 5 to shoot. Pass to Caruso. That's a 2 from Smith. Collins grabs the miss. Trailblazers shooting straight 49% from the field. Got that bucket in no time at all. Anthony's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Here's Caruso. Smith outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Ferocious on the drive. Smith just using his speed on that play.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Here's Lillard. Good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, that's why he's hot. He's playing with a lot of confidence. That's why they're going to him with such consistency.
And the Lakers call time here. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat you.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Davis is checked in for Markieff Morris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Smith. And LeBron subbed in for Alex Caruso. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during that last timeout and listen to Frank Vogel talk to his team, he is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. We'll see if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Here's Lillard. Following the basket by LeBron James. And good that time.
And doing a really good job here of pounding it inside in the second half. Sound strategy with the lead. When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
What's up?
And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built. A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department. And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Here's Green. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell-Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to McCollum. The pass to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Portland again missing.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
McGee finds James. Loads it up for Davis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
That's how you play point forward. LeBron is one of the best ever at it.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jusuf Nurkic.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Anthony dishes to Lillard. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Caldwell-Pope with some nice D.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should have been easy.
Bucket is good.
That's how to make things look easy for a teammate. I mean, you make passes like that one from Lillard, crazy.
LeBron against Lillard. That was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. Love the attitude of James. When it's an important moment, he demands the rock and delivers.
Lillard against James. Kept alive. Right side. McGee with the block. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Now it's just a three-point Trailblazer lead.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
Collins finds McCollum. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's good from long range. Lillard's got 21.
And clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
LeBron against Collins. James. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Yeah, Greg, that's just great defense. Forcing his man into a difficult attempt. He does all the little things. I mean, he does the big things. He's got them in front with another outstanding performance.
And the Lakers call time here. They're trailing by 8. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
McCollum against Green. Here's Davis. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Lillard outside. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last. There's 38 seconds left in the game. Here's James. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
Oh, you got to love the poise of James, a master at executing in clutch situations.
And he commits the intentional foul. .30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
Gets the 3 to fall. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're up by 5. 20 seconds left in the fourth.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here's Lillard, and an intentional foul right there.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Shooting for Portland, Damian Lillard. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're behind by 7. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, it's so important at this stage in the game for everyone to be on the same page and working together.
Cook. Offensive rebound. Passes it to Waiters. Smith for three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Hezonja with the ball. And so it's Portland winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And do we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. You know, we got a little more physical. You know, we did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.